Man, another day, another 10 cents in this bitch. What is going on? You already know what the fuck I am. Hey, Bodiless Passenger. Shout out to my nigga Bodiless Passenger, man. I saw you, man. I finally got a chance to get those comments. Hopefully y'all got a response, man, because sometimes YouTube be tripping. Don't be letting me respond to people when they leave comments on the page. I know they trying to deprogram. I'm not on here to try to get a whole bunch of followers like that anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. This is No I Don't Know, because, nigga, I don't claim to know anything. Shout out to everybody that is working, scratching and surviving. You know what I'm saying? Doing what you need to do at the Court Plantation, because that shit is not fun, man. Shout out to everybody that can hear me. Shout out to everybody out there, man, that's not taking that jab or the craccination or whatever the fuck they want to call it, man. Shout out to y'all. If you want to do it, that's your philosophical views. Go ahead and do that shit, man. Stop shaming everybody else because they don't think like you. I don't. Some motherfuckers invest in stocks, some don't. I don't be like, oh, man, you dumb, man. Hey, don't do it, nigga. Shit. Nigga, I'ma do mine. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody out there, man, that's making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there that, man, let me fix this shit. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm hood to the motherfucker. Shout out to everybody out there that ain't begging, that's just handling business and working. If you working and you just handling business, fuck it. That's the best thing you can do. It's some shit that you're forced to do because the dominant society has created it that way. They've created these things to make it an ebb and flow so you think, but really they're just ushering you into the program that they want. That's what I learned. So shout out to motherfuckers that understand that there's a higher power that and the elite, the aristocracies of the world. For all y'all don't know, aristocracies is royal ruling class type shit. Just basically, you know, upper echelon motherfuckers that put these agendas together for the dumb, deaf, and blind. So, you know what I'm saying? I just suggest that motherfuckers be on their shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my women out there, man. It's COVID, the shit picking up, a bitch still slanging pussy hole. I can slang it for you. And it's all based on your Carfax. So if you got over 100,000 miles on that pussy hole, you already know I'm going to start off at. Let me get 25, 25, yep. Yeah. Sold to the next sucker ass nigga. And you know I ain't done that shit in a while. So shout out to all y'all women out there. Some women, if they could, they'd just take their pussy off their body, put it in a little bitty box, dress it all nice, put it on Amazon and ship it to you. Next day mail and shit. Make you pay the price for the mail. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody out there, man, that's handling business, not begging, going to work. For all you black folk out there, you going to the corporate plantation, stop telling all your business, man. Go there, do what you need to do, get the fuck away from these people. Say it every week. Man, we about to talk about education, racism and education, man. Very, very important because as Nearly Fuller Jr. teaches us, they dominate 9 areas of people activity, and we're going to discuss those things too. The main thing we're going to discuss is education. So that's what we're getting on today, man. Straight up. Fuck with me. Cut this clown ass shit down. Have me flowing in this shit. Yo, check it. No, I'm just fucking with y'all niggas. Yeah, man. Did y'all see that thing about that teacher that teacher in Kentucky that was fighting that kid in the school? You know, the kid was, you know, he needs to be taught how to, keep his composure. But goddamn, that teacher wanted to fight him anyway. And then I saw another video on Twitter where this white woman was like talking about black history and what African Americans was, and that's the real history and all this other shit. And that's because our people are bereft of knowledge. And I'm not talking about dominant white society. I'm talking about black folk. We're not teaching our kids about real history. So they going to school just accepting whatever some fucking teacher told them. And half these teachers, they probably fucked their way through college or did cocaine, or their parents probably paid for their degree. You know, like Aunt Becky from Full House. That's what these motherfuckers be doing. But I don't know why motherfuckers be thinking that it's something sweet, because it's not sweet the way you think it is. I think motherfuckers need to start waking the fuck up too. You say, why you say that, man? Because when a teacher is aggressively trying to diffuse a situation, there's one thing. But when a teacher is basically just trying to fight a kid, what I didn't like about them, they get off of them. Man, they should have beat the fuck out of that teacher. Like, hey, man, okay, we done already told you once. We ain't telling you no more. All this showing cameras and you heard them and stop. We gotta stop that, man. Sometimes in order for us to diffuse the situation, somebody has to be proactive and be like, bro, you doing too much. You could have really hurt this kid. Then what? What if you fell on that kid's throat or something? Then the kid died. Now what? Because y'all all sitting there, because we're so programmed. World Star, YouTube, this is gonna make my YouTube, man. Stop. I see bullshit all day long. I don't never be trying to record that shit for what? What am I recording shit for, man? So I get more views, man. Fuck all that. That's cloud chasing, man. We need to get out of that. And the fight supposedly started because the kid was wearing a bandana or something. He said, yeah, you're gonna be dead just like all your other dead black kids or some shit like that. He said some real slick racist shit. You know what I'm saying? So the kid had a reaction. You got to teach a kid how to keep his composure. But even if the kid doesn't keep his composure, that doesn't mean that's not your child. You putting your hands on a child that's not yours. Now, had that have been a black teacher who was fighting a white kid, they would have fired him immediately. It wouldn't have been no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But since it was a white teacher and this happens so much, it's normalized. We make it normalized because we don't have what I would like to say unity. We don't have unity. And a lot of it is because we don't like each other. I'm just keeping that shit a buck from what I see. We don't like each other. And a lot of reasons why I see a lot of that is because I just see how we interact with people. And the way we interact with people is crazy. And the reason why I say that is because you can't even walk up on a brother and be like, hey, man, that's a nice ride, man. Or, oh, man, she'll girl, man, she's gorgeous, man. I'm happy for you. Nigga think you fucking your bitch. And a lot of times niggas do be on some sucker shit. A lot of times the niggas say, oh, that's your ride. Niggas be on some sucker shit, trying to get a nigga robbed and shit. So, but that's neither here nor there. That does not negate the fact that we need to have unity. We need to start having intrinsic value in who we are as human beings. And then we need to understand what we've done for this country of the United States of America Incorporated. See, we don't know that. There's a sense of pride that you start to have when you know what you've done, what your ancestors have done for this country. So I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's why I don't get into the fighting back and forth with people, especially when it's my people. Like I said, at the corporate plantation, you'll see a lot of that shit. If you work at the corporate plantation, that's all you're going to see all day long is niggas fighting niggas. Niggas jockeying for position to be held in high regards with the dominant society. There's a difference between doing your job and going overboard so you can get a pat on the head. We all have to learn it at certain times in our life. Some people learn it faster than others. Some people don't. As you get older, you do start to look like it's that motherfucking Louis Anderson from motherfucking Coming to America. Yeah, I started off mopping floors. Then I got to fries. But, you know, when I get to the cash register, that's where the real bucks come in, you know, because they got him think, because they were poking fun at what it is to work at a corporate plantation and how it's like it is a pyramid. You start off at the bottom and then you claw, then you move to the next level. Then you treat the people at the bottom like shit because you on the next level. Then you claw, then you get to the next level. Then you treat, and then, but by the time you get to whatever level you think, especially if you are a melanated brother, nigga, those levels are not meant for you. And when you get there, you have to move wisely. You got to watch everything you say, everything you do. You can't speak like everybody else. You can't be oppositional because that's not your shit. And they paying you to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And it was so funny too. And I'm gonna speak on too Lil Boosie. You know, and the reason why I'm gonna speak on Lil Boosie is because he did say some profound things in that interview on the Breakfast Club. And the thing that he said to me that I felt that was so profound was he was like, this is my opinion. Y'all can't be mad at me for my opinion. Oh, well, I don't care. This is my opinion. He was basically breaking it down in simplistic form, especially when they were like, he was like, look, man, you're not finna get up and be taking off all your clothes in front of children. You're not doing that. Oh, well, you know, our rape culture and all this other stuff. Okay, there's an antagonistic perspective and then there's a protagonist perspective. Man, look, fuck all that. We need to stop jumping on people that speak up and speak out about shit that we know is a little bit deranged. I'm not saying that they can't have their culture and people can't have their culture. But when you have teachers jumping on kids, okay, y'all fighting, diffuse the situation. But you don't want to diffuse the situation because you know you don't like the kids, you don't like black kids. This is what I mean about them dominating 9 areas of people activity. You guys need to go get this book right here. Go get this book, man. I'm telling you, go get this book, man. Florida stand up, Philly, Shawnee stand up. Y'all already know. Go get this book, man. The Compensatory Counter-Racist Code of Ethics by Neely Fuller Jr., man. Go get this book. It talks about how they dominate 9 areas of people activity. This is a great book for everyone to go get. It's a beautiful book. Labor, law, sex, religion, entertainment, economics, war, and education. And they dominate education because everything they say is law and everything we say is false. See, that's the difference. And then when we start speaking up, look at when our brother Nick Cannon was just speaking from the perspective of books that he read, and they slapped him down. You know why? Because they never came out and said it was a lie. They just said it was anti-Semitic. That's their new deflection. Oh, that's anti-Semitic. But my thing is this. Why is it Donald Sterling, I'm going to keep saying it, said that Magic Johnson wasn't responsible for nothing but having AIDS? They never made Donald Sterling come out and apologize. Never one time. They made him sell his team for $2 billion. Whoa. And then they appointed another white Jewish person. Nobody even acts like that didn't even exist. But when it comes to our people, when we say one wrong thing about the mob community, the alphabet community, or we say anything about white Jewish people, then you get slapped down. But you can say nigga all you want. Fuck niggas ain't shit, man, they'll propel you. I'm telling you, that's why I had 3 different Twitters. When I was fuck a bitch, niggas ain't shit, fuck a bitch. Oh shit, I was getting followers and niggas was fucking with me. Once I turned that Twitter into, I'm trying to replace the system of racism and white supremacy and establish a system of justice. Once I turned my Twitter into, you need to read the book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. Then I start talking about that shit. Oh, yeah, anti-Semitic. Boop, we're taking your shit. Once I start calling out Sambos and Coons, telling about the gun line bosses, we taking your shit. But when you a buffoon and you are broadcasting buffoonery, oh, they want that all day long. That's why you see certain people on TV all the time. That's by design. That's why when I'm watching this video, I'm gonna play some of the audio, but when I'm watching the video, I'm like, bro, you was grabbing his hair like a bitch and just hold on to his hair. That's because you lost your composure as a teacher and they talking about, we gonna need to do an investigation. No, you should be fired. Go get a job somewhere else. You don't need to be teaching, especially black children. That's why we need to teach our own. Each one teach 21. Y'all do not need to be having these white teachers and Latinos that want to be white, who identify as white, trying to teach black people. It's just like at the corporate plantation. When you get on the corporate plantation and you get any other racial group besides black, I don't care what it is, you need to be on guard. Don't be looking at these people like they for you because they're not ethnically white or what they would claim to be white. But there's a lot of Emilio Estevezes in the world, white Hispanics. So when a person be like, oh, you white. No, I'm not, I'm Hispanic. Hit them with this. Hispanic is not a race because that's not on the census. Hispanic is an ethnic group. It's not a race. Hit them with it. They're going to be like, what do you mean? It's not a race, bro. That's some shit white people said to call y'all, but that's not a race. That's not a definition of race. Sorry, that's an ethnic group. Check the Census Bureau. Then after that say, well, you're white Hispanic. They're going to be like, there's no such thing as white Hispanics. Then mention Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Those are brothers. But they don't identify as no Hispanic. They identify as white. So you got to understand that, man. That's why you stop using. I seen this thing on Netflix where it was like something about the first dean of color. And it's an Asian woman. I'm like, no wonder Dr. Claude Anderson always teaches, stop using broad and ambiguous terms like people of color. Stop using that shit. Specifics, blacks, native blacks. Because when you start using those terms and minority, you talking about everybody else but yourself. And this is what happens when you start allowing other racial groups to educate your kids. They don't like your kids no way. They don't even like niggas. That's why I'm tired of people acting like they don't see race. Like, oh, I don't see race. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's the first thing you see. Race and then class comes second. And then you put that race in whatever class you're going to define them in your mind. That's a fact. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's why I don't care what type of racial groups are your friends and all this other stuff. Start talking about reparations and see how they act. Start talking about where you can become equal to them. That's why that teacher was emboldened to be fighting this kid like that. I'm like, wow. And what tripped me out, it was just more kids standing around, stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I'm like, okay, are you going to keep allowing him to do that? Where are the other teachers at? Them other teachers, it took them teachers so long to come to what the fuck is going on. Most schools now got cameras. So you're not going to be able to get away with that shit like that. But the reason why I thought it was interesting is because they kept talking about what the kid did. Yeah, he started it. But as a teacher, you can't be spitting out racial vomit. Oh, you're going to be another black dead kid. Why would you say that? You don't have a right to say that to nobody. You don't have a right to say that. Now, if that kid would have turned around and you're going to be another white dead Christian like what the Moors used to do to y'all. See, he'd be out of line for that. But see, that's knowing history. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know their history. So a lot of us, we lack composure because we're so pissed off because it's very agitating to be around these people all day. And they could say, why y'all think I always use that joke about your supervisor is probably in the bathroom smoking black tar heroin right now. Your supervisor is one suit and one motherfucking crack pipe away from telling you what to do. So why a nigga be thinking they all astute and they done got all these fucking master's degrees and all this bullshit that don't mean shit. And then they get on the job, they get underpaid, and then the white motherfucker with no degree end up telling their asses what to do. In the bathroom, just smoking black tar heroin and coming out, pupils dilated like a motherfucker, just high. And everybody, of course, and we know how to get on code. And when I mean we, I mean the dominant white society. They know how to get on code, so they gonna act like they don't see the shit. And then black folk, get on code right with them. Well, if they don't see it, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these are just things that we have to work on, man. I always say that. Work on what you assess, what you see, what you thinking, what you think is real, and what you think is not real. And I'm gonna play a little bit of this audio. Let me see if I can find a little bit of it. Let me see. Cause sometimes these motherfuckers be bullshit, not wanting to play the shit. Let me see. See? Nah, probably not. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. No, I ain't playing no commercial though. You got me fucked up. But here we go. Let me see. I ain't gonna play no commercial. Here, let's see what they say.
Of a fight that appears to be between a student and teacher at Louisville's Moore High School during the school day today. A group gathered to protest outside the school late this afternoon, as JCPS officials were also addressing what was seen right there on camera. WHS 11's Isaiah Kim Martinez is live at Moore High School on the outer loop with reaction from protesters and JCPS. Isaiah?
Well, Doug, families here say they aren't happy.
Here we go with that protest and shit.
With what they saw. In fact, many parents are planning 2 different protests tomorrow morning, one happening at Van Hoos Education Center and another one right here outside Moore High School. They'll be.
And they don't give a fuck about y'all niggas protesting. And look at all them black people. If you go watch the video, it's only like 10, 15 black people out there. These white people ain't taking that shit serious. They just want people to think they taking it serious.
Happening around 7 a.m. before school starts. Now take a look here. This is what we saw in the last hour. More parents and students with signs saying Black Kids Matter and, quote, pray for
Black kids matter now.
our kids. Now, a JCPS spokesperson says the physical altercation involved 1 teacher and 1 student, but isn't saying names or what caused this to happen. That's as the central office investigates. Now, one mother of a student here reacts to seeing that video.
This was a kid. You can't, my son can hit me and I have to explain to him about what happened. Doesn't make the hitting right, but it's a kid. You can't compare kids and adults. If that kid was, holding a weapon and the guy's trying to take it out of his hand, what happened was an exaggeration. It shouldn't have happened.
She's right. It was an exaggeration, and it would be different if he did have a weapon, but he didn't have no weapon.
That was way too much.
Wow.
And we're working right now to get permission to use and show that video later tonight that many students.
Oh, don't worry. It's already on YouTube anyway.
took from inside the school. We'll also be talking to one school board member about all this. That'll be coming up tonight on the night team. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, you fucking up, nigga. This nigga can't even get the words out. Fuck out of here. But yeah, she's right about that. She is right. Damn, I can see if you trying to apprehend a weapon or something. Nigga ain't had no weapon. You grabbing his braids like a bitch. That white man wanted to fight him anyway, though. He wanted to fight him anyway. Hey, that white man was like, fuck that nigga. He was grabbing his braids and shit. Then he said, what did he say? He said, you gonna be another dead nigga. Well, he didn't say nigga, but he said another dead black person or some shit like that. They be saying shit like that anyway. Like I said, if he was that, you educate the kid, what he should have said was, and you'll probably be another dead Christian, because you know what the Moors used to do to y'all, right? But he probably don't even know who the Moors is either anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's... Sean, I should get the music, huh? I gotta find some music for these racist, white supremacist motherfuckers. I gotta find some music for their asses. What's a good song? Shawnee, email me. What's a good song to play for these white supremacist motherfuckers, man? Because we got one for us, the Mammy song. I got to find one for them, man, because some of the shit I be seeing, I be like, damn, you really going to fight this? This a kid. Now, suppose his daddy come up to the school and be like, nigga, let's catch a fade. He'll be wrong for that shit, huh? But, man, I guess, man, look, I just thought hit y'all up. I think it was Marion Moore High School, Marion Moore High School out of Kentucky. White teacher was fighting the kid, man. So y'all go check that out, go read it, and let me know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? I'm still reading the book, Never Caught, Untold Story of Una Judge. It's a really good book. I still can't get past the 17,500 acres of land. That's fucking me up. I'm sorry. When nigga ain't even got 1 acre of land, these niggas, you know how much they charge for an acre of land in Vegas? They charge like $5-10 million for an acre of land out here. But that bitch had 17,500 acres of land. And I'm talking about Martha Washington with all her goddamn slaves. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. The motherfucker want to give a motherfucker a hard time about the Olympics. Man, fuck the Olympics. So Sha'Carri didn't make it to the Olympics. Okay, she didn't do well in the last race. Who gives a fuck? God damn, when we win, we on steroids. When we don't win, we a fuck up. We can't win for losing. Straight up and down. And then when you winning and kicking people's asses, steroids. He's a nigger. I know he cheated. Then if you lose, well, he's a dumb nigger, and he's a lazy nigger. That's why he lost. For real. It's like there ain't no win. You can't win with these motherfuckers, man. I never seen so many people make a big deal about this Olympics. Man, fuck the Olympics and fuck Tokyo. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Damn. Like they like niggas like that. Fuck that. They like your culture. They don't give a fuck about no niggas. So for all y'all motherfuckers out there like, man, they be rapping hip-hop. It's a lot of motherfuckers that like hip-hop. Michael Rappaport likes hip-hop, but he don't like niggas. So, nigga, don't get me started on that shit. But, hey, man, that's my time, man. I got shit to do, man. Hey, go fuck with the story, man. Hey, look, I'm about to get off of here, man, because I want you to watch this later. I don't even want nobody on. I like it when it's like this. Then people could get their feedback. Hey, man, you already know what it is, man. If you run a nigga and a motherfucker talking about, man, they need to get R. Kelly, man. That's a suck-ass nigga, too. If Aaliyah's family ain't saying shit about it, then why the fuck is everybody else talking about it? It's so funny. They will bring up somebody's dead family member to get another nigga, but I don't see nobody bringing up Elvis when he was fucking Priscilla Presley and she was only 13 years old. And this nigga talking about, oh no, we wasn't fucking, we was sleeping in separate rooms until she was her age. Now what grown ass man you know gonna be sleeping? Nigga, get the fuck out of here. If I don't see them bringing up that shit, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Just like it was a pastor, a white pastor. I forgot that motherfucker's name. Let me see if I can find that motherfucker real quick. Since they always want to talk about R. Kelly, man. I ain't even watch that shit about R. Kelly. It's because of that ugly King Koopa motherfucking Baraka from Mortal Kombat, alligator skin looking bitch Tarana Burger is the reason why they fucking with R. Kelly right now. See? That fucking ugly bitch is the reason why this shit is going on. And then everybody fucking going on TV and doing that shit. It's like, what are y'all doing, man? Okay, I get it, right? Why didn't niggas address this shit 20 years ago? Now they up here crucifying him, telling all his personal business, making up shit. You don't even know what the fuck is real, what's not. Only for niggas. But you notice, they ain't gonna never put no white motherfuckers out there like that at all. We still don't know what the fuck is going on with Ghislaine Maxwell. What the fuck they ain't talking about that bitch? And that bitch was running an escort service. We don't know nothing about it. We don't know nothing about where she's staying. We don't even know if she's in prison. We don't know what the fuck is going on at all. They hardly ever talk about this bitch. They don't never talk about Harvey Weinstein either. But they constantly talking about Bill Cosby and fucking R. Kelly. And the reason why they talking about motherfucking Bill Cosby because of fucking Hannibal Buress. That motherfucker made a joke and them people probably put him out there to do that about Bill Cosby. And then the joke just turned into something else. Then all of a sudden, here come all these charges on Bill Cosby. Just like motherfucking R. Kelly. We wouldn't even be talking bad about R. Kelly right now. Not in this instance if they want to have done that motherfucking surviving R. Kelly. But if you see the ugly black bitch who did it, you'll understand why. That's an ugly black bitch. And let me tell you something. Nobody want to fuck with you anyway. And that's why I'm like, as I'm watching this shit, I'm like, damn, man, the whole time I was like, they wrong for that shit, man. They wrong for that shit. And it's so funny how white people will get money together and put money behind denigrating black folks' name. But then when it comes to they people, nobody will touch it. Look at these white motherfuckers that said that Michael Jackson did all this other shit. What's his name? Wade Robinson, the white boy that was dating Michael Jackson's niece. He was a star witness in the fucking in the case. Then all of a sudden he ain't get what he want. Oh, Michael Jackson touched me too. So when did he touch you? Oh, he touched me 5 years ago. 5 years ago? Man, Michael Jackson been dead 10 years. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I mean 10 years ago. Just lying. Just lying. This is a part of white privilege. This is a part of racism, white supremacy. Like that white teacher that's grabbing his kid by the braids and all this. Let me tell you what he'll do. He'll say, oh, I blacked out. They'll come up with some fucking medical term for this shit and he gonna get off. Hey, they ain't gonna fire that nigga, man. I'm telling you, man, some of the shit you watch, you just be like, man, for real? That's why I'm like, every day you look on CNN, they got R. Kelly. I mean, almost every single fucking day. To the point where you like, okay, already, we get it. Why don't you tell us about Ghislaine Maxwell and Harvey Weinstein? Why we still talk about R. Kelly? If you gonna talk about R. Kelly, then talk about these other motherfuckers too. Man. And boy, will we go hard. That's why it's important that black folks stay in their own lane, worry about yourself. And when you do get some bread, stop rubbing it in everybody's faces and flossing and stop doing that shit. Because you're going to need your people in the end. And see, that's what happens. Like, don't rub your success in your own people's face. Because then when you fall and hit the ground, who going to help them pick you up? Them white people ain't going to pick you up. They don't give a fuck you use goods to them. Them record labels used R. Kelly till they couldn't use him no more. Now he about to sink, the ship is sinking. No record label wants to touch him. Nobody wants. It's like everybody was on him, like Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. When R. Kelly was sizzling hot and scorching from the 90s all the way to the mid 2000s, go look at his discography. This nigga R. Kelly done wrote songs for motherfucking everybody in the United States of America Incorporated. He done wrote so many songs for so many people. Now all these people want to distance himself. Oh, well, I didn't know he was doing that. I've yet to see somebody say, look, man, I don't get in nobody's personal business. I'm there for business, money business. I'm not no detective. I'm not going around. I was there to get a song written and recorded and gone. And if motherfuckers say something, what can they say? If you say, man, I don't get in people's personal business. Period. Because I know how rumors start. No, niggas just, I didn't want to do no song with him. I didn't do no song with him either. Man, get the fuck out of here. Those are coward ass, Sambo ass niggas to me. Because everybody's so afraid of their brand and shit. It's like, damn, man. But that's how they are. But you notice when it comes to the white Jewish community, they don't do that to their people. They'll stand behind their people to the end. Name me one white Jewish person who has came out against Harvey Weinstein. Name me one. I'm talking about one solidified white Jewish man who said, hey man, what he's doing is fucking wrong. And he's doing it to a lot of people. Nope. Them motherfuckers like, I ain't saying shit. But when it comes to a nigga, I'll tell you, man, you wasn't even there. Well, I heard somebody that was there, so I'll tell you. Because we can't wait to tell on each other. That's that Sambo coon shit. That's why we need to start setting up Sambo rehabs across the United States of America Incorporated. We need to come up with a rehab. We need to come up with a Sambo tonic. You know, we need to come up with a Sambo rehab package where you get Hidden Colors and Dr. Francis Cresswell's book. You get Dr. Jordan Gru's book and Dr. Claude Anderson's book. And you get the Hidden Colors series, and you got to read one chapter of Dr. Francis Cresswell's book, one chapter of Dr. Claude Anderson's book, Black Labor, White Wealth, and you got to watch at least 2 Hidden Colors series the whole weekend. That should be a part of your rehab, because goddamn, I ain't never seen so many sucker-ass motherfuckers in my life. But anyway, man, hey, that's my time. You already know what the fuck it is. You know what it ain't. You see a motherfucker talking about, man, I'm glad that Joe Biden in office, man, because racism done calm down. Guilty, nigga. I don't fuck with you, man. I'm out. Peace.